You have now the Airbnbs and things rising, getting popular on Island. Persons who don't want to get into the hustle and bustle and all the big hotels, yeah, and they would like the what you call the scenery and the nature and all that, they would come here and hang out for a couple of days. Now remember I said it was a former plantation, Mount Edgecombe. It was owned by a British developer, Peter de Savary. You never heard about Peter de Savary? Good. He also owned a hotel in the south called Mount Cinnamon.
Yep, stayed there.
And the marina, Port Louis Marina, he would have purchased that whole area and he sold a portion of it to a yachting company, Camper and Nicholson's. That's how the marina was established. Yes. So this area was his also. Then he sold it. Now he has since been passed on, and he would have sold a great deal of his assets that he would have had here in Grenada. Peter de Savary. You can do some investigation.
Yes, I will.
Yeah, good. Let's go. Now, mango season is no longer in, but we have, sometimes we have a couple late crop mango. Now, the name on the tree is called mango T-I-N, mango tin. Now, locally on the island, we call it knockabout. Knockabout. And the reason why knockabout, because not many of us, many persons don't really bother with it. So it falls to the ground and it stays there. Now I remember as a little boy growing up on this island here, that was one of my favorite mangoes. Oh yeah? I used to collect a little paint pan of mangoes and sit down under the mango tree and suck mango. Lunch, like mango for breakfast, mango for lunch, mango for... Oh yeah?
8 of them a day.
Yes, we love mangoes. We are a mango. It is said that when mango is in season, pot, turn down. Meaning we don't cook. It's an expression of love for mangoes, yes? So this was a... Yeah. Oh, let's go before the rain comes.
This is waternut.
This is beautiful. That's what you call the heliconian.
Oh, so pretty.
Yeah. Now in London,
A lot of people have them at
Chelsea. You know Chelsea Flower Show? Yeah. Grenada has been involved with Chelsea, taking part in the show. And we have been winning gold for the past 17 years.
Really?
Yes.
With this?
Yes, these are some of the flowers. This one, the red one is the ginger lily. Yes, and that's the hello. Now you have both those that faces down like this and those that faces up. They call the bird of paradise.
Right.
That one faces down.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful one. I love this one.
People have them at their wedding.
Oh, very, very, very expensive.
Very expensive.
Mango long. Why is this called mango long?
Because of the how it shapes.
Oh, I see.
Yes, mango long. Or better known as Calivini. Mango Calivini. Over here.
Wow,
quickly,
what's this? Calabash.
Before the rain catches us. Calabash.
It's a former word in West Africa, calabash. When they say calabash, it's used. Okay, this is what they use in making the calabash itself, because in those days the calabash is used for making plates.
Good. Well, same here.
Yeah, for
we
food.
eat the oil down in the calabash. Yeah? And they put the cola nut in the calabash. Let's go.
You can see Mount tortoise.
Oh, tortoise. Yeah, Grenada has some beautiful tortoise. So there's tortoises here.
Baby chick.
Yes, the tortoise. They're in there.
Yeah, they're so pretty.
Yeah, there's one in there. There's one in here. You gotta hide. You can. It's in the in the little culvert there.
You see it, man?
Yeah,
there's
but
one hiding there.
smaller though.
Yeah.
Let me see. I like them as a kid.
Bay leaf. Wow, it's a nice infinity pool here. Happy New Year. Wow, I like this beautiful view.
That's pretty as well.
How much do you think hotel here? I mean, a room here.
Can't be too much.
With that infinity pool? It can't be too much because
It's in the countryside.
Yeah.
If it was
from the
Grenada,
city.
it would be a little more expensive. Good to a hotel here. It's nice to get away like this, like 2 nights. You have to stay in.
Trinidad, Barbados, or Antigua. In the midst of the government there was a hardliner guy named Bernard Court. The power struggle began between these two guys, and everything collapsed in the month of October 1983. Yes. What I'm doing, I'm just giving you a synopsis of what happened. So everything ended on the 25th of October 1983, which is now a public holiday in Grenada. The fort was renamed George again, but Maurice Bishop's body was never found up to this day. As to what happened, there's a lot of stories around it. I'm not going there. But for the first time in that history, the 19th of October has become now a public holiday. This year it happened. Last year it happened.
I remember.
So there are two public holidays over there right now in the month of October: the 19th and the 25th. And that is when our democracy was restored, and the Americans would have they opened the airport because it was almost finished. And in 1984, the airport was opened. So the last use of that airport, we're going to see a while, was functional in 1983. Yeah. So I just give you what you call a synopsis of the latter history in Grenada as to what happened here and why they are not. Now there are many schools of thought as to how the U.S. coming is being looked at. Based on where you sit in your thinking and how you look at the situation, you would apply the information accordingly. But us as Grenadians, I lived it all through. I was all here, experiencing all. It was a very turbulent moment on the island. My first time. a bit of information reaching my ear. You know, I need to research it. Now that thing bears in clusters, and it bears a lot, and all falls to the ground, and no one really eats it really. It is said that it is not too good for the men. Yeah, it affects the potency.
What's the name of the fruit?
I don't know. I've seen it.
What's
The
name of
wax
fruit?
apple.
Wax
Apple.
The wax apple.
That good for you guys.
No, it's an apple. It looks as though it's waxed.
Oh.
Oh yeah. So no wonder why when it bears a lot, we just leave it there. We don't eat it. It stays there and just spoils. Because it is said it affects the potency of the men.
So what about the ladies? Do they eat it?
Eh?
The ladies, the women, do they
No,
eat it?
no. It has nothing to do with the ladies. Yeah? The ladies are good.
So you can go and grab it.
Yeah, so
For me, no, it's no.
come on guys. And then when 83 period came,
Power system.
I would have just finished my high school. I finished in 81, and then 83, 2 years later, that moment occurred. So I was working in the city, St. George's, that very day. Actually, the 19th, when that thing happened. Maurice Bishop was placed under house arrest by his rival Bernard Court on the 12th of October 1983. Many people didn't know what was really going down. Who knew, well knew what was happening. I got to know what happened in terms of the house arrest the morning of the 19th. I was heading to work. I'll never forget that day. And while in the city, I began to see some things started unfolding. Demonstrations and all that began to take place. And things started to build up from one to the next, one to the next, one to the next. That's when Maurice was taken from the house arrest. And you know who took him out from the house arrest? We the people did.
Yeah.
So that's why when I told you, we as Grenadians, we are not scared of guns. That's where that stemmed from. Because where he was held, shots were firing not at them but to deter or disperse the crowd. That did not stop anything. They moved in and took him out, and they chanted on a street called "Refinery Leader, and I saw all of that commotion right there in the city. A number of persons died on the fort. They jumped off the fort to save the life because the order was given, and that is when Maurice, together with some of his cabinet ministers, they were lined up against a wall and they were shot. Oh yeah. So it was a very turbulent moment on the island, and having to learn, you know, about your brother. Oh yeah. Interesting moment, my friend. Yeah. Now you may ask the question, what happened to the guys who did the act? What happened? They caught them, tried them, locked them up. Years later they were released. These are students from one of the secondary schools. Every school on the island wears a uniform. My friend, at what age did you leave Grenada?
Me?
Yes.
I was 5.
5 years old.
So I just did 1 year of school.
Okay.
Ours was green and white.
What school did you went to? Chantimel?
I don't remember. That sounds about right. I don't know. I would have to ask him. That sounds about right.
I think they took after the system in Africa too, because they wear uniform. All the schools in Nigeria wear uniform.
Well, my friend,
This private school.
you got a full-blood Spice lady there, boy. You got a full-blooded Spice lady there, boy. You got a Spice wife. You see these two little houses here on you? These are known as Hurricane Janet
Yes.
pre-cut houses.
My parents.
Yeah, which one?
These houses were
These are the
brought in
houses.
on island
The houses
in 1955 after Hurricane Janet came.
That's
And you know what?
My parents lived through that.
Your parents lived in one of those?
No. They were here for Janet.
Janet 55? And these
Yes.
houses survived Ivan.
Wow, those houses?
Yeah, they're strong.
They're very strong.
No, they didn't live in one of those, but one of my family members had one of those. Yeah, my grandmother's house could have been like that. They had a tiny house.
That school is an all
My
boy,
mom always
is
says
a co-ed,
tiny
sorry.
house, just like a
Boys
one
and
bedroom
girls.
house with a bathroom.
Co-eds.
His grandma was born in 1916.
They are out early today.
1916.
Wow.
Yeah, Hurricane Janet. My mom was
They were too heavy.
my mom was 12.
That the only day.
Yeah. My mom, I told you it was today. My mom was 12 when this hurricane happened. And my dad was my dad was 12. My mom was my dad was 11. My mom was 9. I'm doing the math. 9 and 11. They were little kids. A lot of people died from the hurricane.
Like how many total?
I don't know. I would have to look it up, but they said it was really bad. One of the worst hurricanes in Grenada. Janet. Because then they didn't
I
have
was
the 1955. They didn't have the infrastructure, so a lot of people died. The houses were. Some people who didn't have money to have something like that was probably living. Some people, my mom said, house covering was roof was.
No, in those days they were building houses by themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And some of their roof was like the leaf, the ones who are really poor.
Every school wears a uniform. Every school. Whether it's public school or private schools.
Yeah, same as Nigeria. I think they probably took it from Nigeria. Same as Nigeria.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
African. Just got moved to Grenada.
They all are different colors.
So pretty.
So that's the school on the right here. St. Mark's Secondary. When Hurricane Ivan came, Hurricane Ivan, the second hurricane to hit this island in about 50 years. So the first was Janet.
It's just those two hurricanes.
Ivan was heading north, heading for St. Vincent, according to the cone-shaped route, then head over to Barbados. Then Ivan decided
To come to Grenada.
to pay us a visit. So he dropped low, dropped south,
It did, but not as
and came and destroyed the island.
the picture I got of the hurricane.
You know why he did
Probably in
that?
Barbados.
You know why Ivan came to Grenada?
Why?
Ivan came to look for his girlfriend who left him in 1955, Janet.
Wow, that's a long time.
Came looking for his girlfriend because 50 years would have passed and he did not know when she left and where she went until he got the information that she came to Grenada. No, he was 50 years late. Then Emily came in 2005. You know who Emily came looking for?
Who?
Ivan.
Ah!
Because things went bad with Emily and Ivan. So Emily, Ivan left and Emily decided to come look for him. Ivan was angry, Emily was heartbroken. Another wind, Ivan, an angry man,
Yeah, it was very windy.
blew off every roof.
It's true.
So we called him Ivan Rufus, hoping to see Janet in one of the houses, but she was long gone. Emily cried and she cried until she flooded the place, hoping to see Ivan being flushed out from one of the houses.
Follow here.
You know, we as Grenadians, we can become very hilarious and humorous
And storytelling.
to describe storytelling. We are, yes, we are.
They're good at that. Good at
Telling the story. Telling the story.
Yeah, they need stuff to tell stories.
Yeah.
Some is true and some is false.
Now, let me pause here.
It's pretty false.
You see these islands over there?
Yes.
Now, first of all, the first two,
Kirikou.
those that are visible, the one to the left is called Diamond Island or Diamond Rock. The one to the right is called Isle de Run. Run means to dance. There's another one at the back of it called Island or Isle de Cali. Cali is a quail, which is a bird. No one lives on these two islands there because, of course, it is uninhabited. Sorry.
No one lives there.
Move to the left now. If you look straight up, you can even see houses on that island up there.
Yep, yep.
That is Carriacou,
I figured.
our sister island, straight up.
I figured Kirikou to be there.
The one to the left, there's one extreme left. That one is called Union Island.
Okay.
That's belong to St. Vincent.
Oh, okay.
Good. What I want to share with you most importantly here is simply this. Between Grenada here and the Carriacou, there is two things that is under the water. What do you think it is?
Volcano.
Volcano. Two of them. Kikem
Zwei Vulkane sind da dazwischen drin.
Jack
So that make it
and
volcano, right?
Jenny. But the real name should be Ginny. But we say Jenny. Ginny, a male and a female donkey. Kikem Jack, Kikem Ginny. No, one of them is active. No, let me take my time with this one. So let me who will respond first. I'm looking let me ask a question. One is dormant and the other is active. Which is which? These two volcanoes is about 160 feet under the water out there. One is dormant and the other is active. Which is the dormant one and which is the active one?
The non-inhabitant.
Oh boy.
Is it the one? Is it the one that is non-inhabitant?
Oh boy.
The inhabitant could be the Caracous.
No, buddy, I'm happy you didn't respond. Oh, yeah, I was not hoping for the men to respond. You said Ginny is active, right? Okay. No, I have fun
Ginny
with
is
this
the one
one.
that is non-inhabitant, right?
Ginny is a woman and the other
You
one's
said
a
Ginny
man.
is active, right? Jenny is active, yeah? And your wife sit right next by you, right? And you said,
But the Caracous is
Jenny is the active one. Now, as we speak, it is being monitored out of Trinidad and Tobago. There's a tracking device under the water that tracks its movements. Now, the boat or ferry you saw leaving this morning, when it comes all the way up here, when it reaches a certain point over there and approaching the volcano, it go out and go in to Carriacou. It does not go over the volcano. It is not advised that you do that. The density of the water is a bit different there. So you might just disappear and can't find you. I'm just kidding here. But yes, so the boat go out and in. Now there are two distances that the boat will observe. Under normal conditions, 2 kilometers. When Jenny is arcing up, 5, kilometers.
Okay.
Good. So I usually I have fun with this one too. I usually say to us as married men, yes, you have to know how to observe your distances, yes? Good. I see no more. There are 2 kilometers and 5 kilometers.
Yeah.
You have to know which one to which one to observe. Good. So that's just a little information concerning the volcanoes that are, and that's salt water, of course. Yes, that's in the salt water. Later on today, you're going to see the fresh water, extinct volcano that became a crater also. And that is where we get our water supplies from.
The Grenada Tour. These islands are big.
Is this taking you to this road was it taking us to South Africa?
I can. Do you want me to ask you? But we're not going to see where I'm from. We're just going to see the outskirts of it. I think so. This road looks like a good distance from
Yeah, that's your mom. Just give him the information.
my phone is dead, so I have to call my mom later.
Can't call my phone too.
My phone is dead. I just turned this
Like your
off.
cousin.
Wait, for the last time, we are from La Taste, but there's inner roads.
Okay.
The town I know, I just don't know the
We-
inner roads.
We're just about ending the parish
Again, I could find it if I'm
of St.
It'll
Mark.
take me a while.
It is the smallest of them all. St. Andrew on the east is the largest, and St. George to the south is the most populated parish.
Second largest.
Even though it's not the largest, but the most populated. You're Kimberly, right?
Yeah.
How long do you think I have been doing?
Don't you?
So you would say approximately how long?
This is my home. My auntie's house, one of my auntie's houses right back there.
30 years.
Police station?
Yes.
Is that your
my
final
auntie's house
answers?
is right back there, that colorful house. That's when you were in St. Patrick's.
Is that the final answer? Well, you all overbid.
10?
I hear 10. I hear 5.
Maybe that did it at 7 weeks.
I'm going to take 2 more.
Somebody said 7 weeks actually.
7 weeks. Well, that's a lot because sometimes I hear this is your first day. 7 weeks. That's going on 2 months. Okay.
Maybe just a month then.
Maybe just a month.
Yeah, maybe just started.
Maybe just started. Okay. Well, I've been doing this a little over 8 years.
Oh, okay, so closer to 10 then. Okay. Almost was gonna say something like that. Maybe he started doing it as retirement, you know. He didn't want to do anything too stressful.
So, just about, but it appears as though I've been doing this for a very long time.
So my auntie's house is in the
Well,
corner. That's when
I
you
usually say to
enter
my
St.
visitors, I got to this job by
Very
default.
This is one of Uncle Jeff's favorite part of it. Very beautiful.
This was never my dream. I've never dreamed of doing this, but here am I, enjoying every moment of it.
So you guys are at the top
I love to meet people.
of the mountain.
I love to talk. I'm a
He's gonna show you the
Nigerian.
very top. He
Oh
said
yeah?
He said he's a Nigerian. He loves to talk.
I love to talk. A Nigerian talk a lot, man.
They do.
Yep.
And I was told I talk a lot, but you won the prize.
I did my tour guiding courses. The lagoon, that area is where the French would have built the first town on the island called Port Louis. And it left, the name stayed. And because Grenada is a yachting destination, we are not in a hurricane zone. Yes? So the history is quite fascinating and interesting. From left and go right. So we're starting with the first group here, the Governor Generals. Top left, when we got our political independence on the 7th of February 1974, this guy that looks like Abraham Lincoln and Nicolas Cage, he became the first Governor General, Leo de Gale, followed by Paul Schoon, Reginald Palmer, Daniel Williams, Carlisle Glean, and the lady is now the present Governor General. Prime Ministers now. Look, the first guy, Eric Machugeri. He became the first Prime Minister.
And then Maurice Bishop.
When we got the independence. He was the Premier before. Maurice Bishop, the revolutionary Prime Minister.
Yes.
Maurice overthrew Gary, March 13th, 1979, the revolution. Blaise followed Maurice. Ben Jones, Buffett, Brizan, Kit Mitchell, Tillman Thomas, and now Deacon Mitchell. Yeah. So, my portrait is going to go there just now.
Yay.
The next Governor General of Grenada. And you know why I want to be next Governor General? I get paid to do nothing.
He's funny.
So we are heading for the chocolate right now. Victoria is a very quiet town. Not much happens in this town, except for every last Saturday.
Yes.
They have food fest.
We did it.
We did it.
You did a food fest?
Yes. My
Good.
cousin took us.
Wonderful.
So we were up here Saturday. It was nice.
A lot of rum though.
Oh yeah.
Good music, good food, good people.
Right.
We're just right here.
That chocolate factory we are now heading towards was established in 2014. The first one was established in 2001. That's a government school over there. I haven't seen most children go to school today.
I think that all the schools are open.
All the schools are open today.
Oh, they are open.
Yep. Oh, except for the private schools.
Okay. Yeah,
They always open a day after.
Looking for. I think I dropped
my shoes.
The Land Rover Defender.
My shoes. My shoes. I don't know my shoes.
1940s.
Oh yeah, they're very old.
1940s.
Just someone, that's someone who is a doctor, or a lawyer, or an engineer. I take my job seriously. You know why? Because when visitors come to the island, they don't see the Prime Minister, they don't see the Minister of Education, they don't see the Minister of Tourism, they see us. So we are the face of the industry. We are the face of the country. Oh yeah.
Is the St. Patrick Church coming up? The Catholic Church?
Mr. Patrick?
The Catholic Church?
Yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah, I know.
Shortly.
Yeah.
It's your house, Chris.
It's not that far from here. I know, because
And that is in the
Actually,
same place.
we are in St. Patrick, and we are approaching Sotes.
Yes, I can feel that. Yeah.
No, we're not actually.
Well, the house is not far from the church. I mean, it's a good walk. It's not like a half an hour walk. It's probably like 17 minutes or something. Because we used to walk to church. There's so many ways to get to it. Even from the beginning, you can still get to the house. I think that was from the church. But that's not that bad compared to walking. I could picked up his phone. I'm gonna try to call him again later, but I need to get some juice on this phone.
When you get to the rum distillery, there will be a tour guide. As a matter of fact, there are tour guides there, and one of the guides will take you guys around
It is.
and
But
share
it's away from you.
some pertinent
This is closer to it
information
than the port.
with you.
But we're still practicing. There's still a lot of land up here.
This was named after the church. St. Patrick. Or the church was named after the place.
I think the church was named after the place. St. Patrick's named first. Remember, all of them were named right away. Like I said, that same year. Those are 17.
Yeah, yeah.
Aber mal Überfall über die Lehre des Unterstandes ist die vierte, aber die haben wir nicht.
Family house was very similar to that. Nobody knew. Maybe my parents. There's a family house that's similar to this house.
Is your house on the road?
Nah, it's in the cut, but it's not really the house. It's gone pretty much. There's not much house left. It's only a few walls. It was never rebuilt.
We are coming in the vicinity of Mali. Mali?
Like Africa.
Vicinity of Mali. Please go there.
I know. Probably came from the country.
Yeah?
Africa, Mali, Africa.
Yeah, Mali is in West Africa.
You've seen a lot of vegetation that's done up here, right? These are planted crops. There's a lot of open lands.
All of these houses on your left, they are retirement houses built by Grenadians who have mainly went to England.
I'm trying to think our house was on the street. Yeah, my family house, the one who built that big one, she wanted to be a nursing home. It's not far from here. But she didn't get to enjoy it. I'm trying to see if
You know,
it's...
this factory, this is what. This is wrong.
I think it's Reverend Twain. Doesn't look.
And we have just ended the Caribbean side, the west coast, and we now begin
Atlantic side,
the east coast.
which is Atlantic side.
This is Sotes.
Bathway Beach up.
It's actually really nice.
The water's more rough over here.
This is more on
The east side.
Atlantic Ocean. Atlantic Ocean.
This is
So there's more on there. This is Atlantic Ocean? Oh wow.
the water's.
This is Sotes. We are in Sotes.
The water's really rough though.
Do they have a beach there?
Hmm?
Do they have their own beach?
This is the beach.
So this is your town, right?
Yes, we used to come
What's
to.
it called? So
Our
there's-
Airbnb was just down this way.
Yeah, nice. We used to come to this beach every Sunday after church. This was our beach. We didn't use Grenada's beach because it was kind of far. But the water here is very rough. It's not like Grenada's water. That's nice. So you enjoyed it, right?
Oh yeah. We watch this.
Airbnb was right down the street from here.
They watch this every day.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
That's the Sotes Church right here. Catholic on top of the hill there.
Top the hill. Top the hill.
Look at that, man.
It's got the jab around.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Probably on this road.
They do it on this road. They start from the church and they go.
That's
It's on the hill. This is what I
some of these people
remember.
could be your family.
I didn't pay attention.
Some of these people
I
you're
don't know,
seeing.
coconut man was over there.
We are chilling with us.
I mean, come on, man. But these examples. But this is what I had remembered when I came back to Grenada the first time. I remember this area. So I was just 5.
That's the Anglican church over here.
Yeah, in the country. Yeah,
Because it was on the
it's more inward.
Look at those houses there. Wait, those orange looking houses.
Yeah, that's.
Around there is more tracks. But you're on top of the mountain.
It's a nice area too. It's when we come, we can stay by the Airbnb up here for the 2 days.
You know, here's the place.
La Fortune.
You can give it to me.
La
if you don't
Fortune.
mind. My phone.
That's the name of this village.
La Fortune.
La Fortune, the wealth, success.
Latas, baby.
Okay, okay.
Latas and Riverside. That's the area where I'm from. Latas, my dad was from Riverside.
Mount Fendu. Fondu. Fendu.
French. The roads here are better, yeah. The roads here are better. They have nice homes here.
St. Patrick is beautiful. It's more peaceful.
Rose Hill. Rose Hill.
It's on the hill.
That's the name of this village. Rose Hill.
Somebody knows from this area. Somebody knows from this area. I can't remember who it was.
You say village, you mean some heads.
Sorry?
You mean some heads. Village.
Ah.
Oh, so good. Okay, a small village.
Rose Hill.
Rose.
Yeah. Plains in St. Patrick. Plains.
Wasn't the airport there?
Sorry?
The Pearls Airport? Isn't that?
That's over in St. Andrew
St. Andrew. Okay.
on the east side.
Oh no, I always think it's in St. Patrick.
Retirement houses. All over this area here.
Wow. It's a nice
Plains in St. Patrick.
There's some
All these
families
houses
that live
here.
in these houses.
It's very nice.
Big, massive houses.
There's some families. one or two
Wow,
people.
this is beautiful.
These are people who U.S. or UK and they
Oh,
came
it's
back.
US. US. It's not the US flag.
Somebody live here. Just I've been to this area so many times.
Coming up, River Sally.
What's on
River Sally.
Yeah, that's where you're originally from.
So
We also have the Sulphur Spring.
yeah, the Sulphur Spring. Are we going there or no?
No,
Okay.
That's Saturday.
So the Sulphur Spring is not too far from where my parents' house. It's not far from you.
the Sulphur Spring is right here.
From where your house is built.
See the sign? It's in here.
It's in here, yeah.
Persons go in there and get a sulphur bath,
No, babe, no.
massages,
But
etc.
it's not far from this area, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Ik dacht met troebel die English. Dan
Ja, ja,
ben
dank u.
je op de restaurant.
It's not too far from this area, you know. But it was like an inner road. So it's like one of these roads that was like an inner road off of this road.
Approaching River Sally.
It's because we took a picture next to this.
This is River Sally.
We took a picture of it. Yeah, we took a picture of it.
Main Central.
Yes. That's luncheon here.
So the junction is not far from.
You have to go up the hill. But it's in this area. It's not far from here. Mostly all of these homes, my parents would have known people from these homes. But a lot of
Some of your uncles, cousins.
some of their homes are not far from here. I don't want to church.
River Sally. Is there a river around there?
There is.
That's why it's.
They used to
So
wash their
yeah.
clothes in that river.
Yeah, that's why it was named given the name. It's in a very massive house.
That rum distillery was established since in 1785.
Yeah, so that's some good rum.
And they still grind the cane the old fashioned way.
Yes.
The river.
All of these,
People are there.
yeah, a lot of these communities is where I grew up. These communities. Down here, before we got to this one. See the little goats? The cemetery where my grandmother and most of the other families buried is not too far from the church. Actually, it's right around the corner of the River Sally Church. Her mother was my grandmother, my great grandmother, most of her sisters, brother.
Before we get to the distillery,
About 12 or 14.
I got something to show you guys.
It's over here.
This area here was a sugarcane plantation, the River Antoine
Yeah. For the
estate.
For the rum. River Antoine rum. Her favorite rum.
No, it's a banana, right? That banana plantain.
And this is the east coast, the Atlantic side.
It's pretty. name came from this.
There you have a body of water there.
My name, just put an A where the E is. And
That's Lake
that's my middle
Antoine.
name.
Extinct volcano, fresh water. It has an extinction age of between 12 to 15,000 years.
Wow.
As of the depth of it from the center, 28 meters. It's a water reserve and serves as a form of irrigation for the agricultural lands in this area. And that's where the water comes from to spin the wheel that spins the grinder that grinds the cane. We have two others over on the other side. Livera, Lake Antoine, and the last one you're going to see coming down when we get to the last stop, the Grande Etang.
Yeah.
Grande Etang. Grande Etang.
And the Vera is the same
Grande
as
Etang.
Pathway Beach. It's off of the Atlantic Ocean.
Grande Etang.
Yeah, my name came from that. We'll probably combine that with this naked.
This is a plantain plantation. Plantain.
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 Plantain. Is that banana?
No, plantain.
We just saw it. That was it.
That's not bananas. Plantain.
Plantain.
Plantain. That's right.
What's the difference?
The plantain and the bananas is different in texture, look different, taste different,
It's different.
everything. But if you want to safely say, it could be part of the banana family.
I think so.
Yes?
Yes, banana family.
Yeah,
I think
there
it's
are
part
some
of the-
family members there.
Muss dazu gehören.
I think they-
Then there is another one called Blogger.
Yeah.
Blogger,
Oh, my grandma banana.
yeah, some persons call it Bangala. Blogger. Blogger and plantain is similar. One is longer, the other one is shorter. The blogger is the shorter than of the two.
Yeah, plantain is my grandmother.
Like, I can do
That's
a year. So 15.
Now, the difference is the bananas, you can eat it when it's ripe as a fruit. You cannot do that with the plantain. You must cook it or fry it.
You have a lot of that. Vegetation.
Atlantic.
That's the beach we used to come to. But not from here, though.
And this
Of course.
is the Atlantic at its quiet moment.
Yeah, it's worse than that.
It will be worse than this.
It's very
No,
scary.
What I've noticed now is that the sargassum is back again. It goes and comes.
Yeah, the weeds, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Last year we come over the Atlantic, we have had square kilometers of sargassum. Square kilometers.
That's right. Lots of it.
No, this water is dangerous.
People don't swim there, right? So
My dad used to swim, but it was a little bit calmer. I think I got worse. My dad, my grandmother.
See how the rain held up? You see how the rain held up nicely? On my left, that's where the cane is being harvested from to grind, to make the rubber.
Nice.
this they have the cane. All of this are sugar cane.
So what happens here is that when they harvest the cane, they would burn the field and allow it to grow back on its own. The process is called slash and burn. It is said the cane gets a little bit sweeter when you do that.
Probably does. It's been a process going on forever. enjoy the rum distillery. Their favorite Grenadian rum.
It's also good.
It's all. I love the rum. It's so good. You can taste some if you want. It's really good.
Wacht dus, je ziet niet de eerste morgen.
Nee, dat is You just say river.
Just a sec, let me see what this guy is doing. Is he leaving?
Take him or not take him?
Welcome to River and Coin Rum Distillery. I am Devontae and I'll be your guide for the next few minutes. So unfortunately we are not in production mode right now, so you wouldn't see much going on. Just take you around to see the steps still, right? So has anyone been to a distillery before? Yes.
Ja.
Okay. This one here is very old fashioned. Almost everything here is done manually and the old fashioned way. So as you go along you wouldn't see any fancy machineries using computers, right? We make rum the traditional way.
Is that by choice?
That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, by choice.
It's a question, yeah.
That's why I like it. The original.
We try to create employment and keep the history of the estate together, right? That's
So
what
this is your
So the estate was established in the year 1785, making it the oldest functioning water-powered distillery in the entire Western Hemisphere. It was first owned by the French. They introduced the concept of rum agricole, which means making rum from sugarcane. So we make organic rum. 90% of the sugarcane is grown here, the other 10% we get it from the local farmers. So our main, like I said, it's water powered, right? So our main source of energy comes from the Antoine River, which is 1 mile away to this direction. We have constructed our own reservoirs to control the water flow. So the water will channel its way along this line onto this concrete structure ahead there, which is called an aqueduct. As the water falls on the wheel, it turns. This is what generates the energy to crush the sugarcane. So we are crushing the sugarcane to extract the juice from it. Then we're going to be using the juice to make the rum. Right?
So what time of year was the distiller like active?
After the summer, we had some heavy rainfall like about a week ago. Yeah, so the dams got damaged. So we're doing some renovations on it. Then we're going to start.
So year round, the Bishop Found it.
Yeah. So this is a giant wheel. This wheel came in here in the 1840s. It's fully functional up to this day. It was made by G. Fletcher and Company, London and Derby. No video here, what it looks like, you can show it around.
wow.
Are you
See
taking
that?
video?
Yeah. I didn't take videos last time, but I've seen it. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, too bad some of their stuff is not functioning. It's very nice.
Is the
You were saying this is only
using
recently
making
that
the
it's not working because the rains are coming
to
through.
blend the
Sure,
sugar
it's
cane.
been 2 weeks.
Oh, and then suck it out.
So in Grenada we have 2 seasons, a rainy season and a dry season. We have a sugarcane all throughout the year. But in the rainy season the sugarcane is less sweet because they absorb a lot of water from the fields. All these barrels here are filled with molasses. We get the molasses from Trinidad and Tobago. And we use it to add to the sugarcane juice during the rainy season to get the sweetness up. No need to use it in the dry season because the sugarcane is very concentrated. Okay?
It's the best sugar cane.
Yeah. The dry season, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. May, probably October.
That's nice.
Very old.
But it works.
Yes, it's working.
Yeah, and I've seen it work.
Yeah.
This one I came last time, it was working.
So this is the conveyor belt. So the freshly harvested sugar cane gonna be loaded on the conveyor belt as the wheel turns, takes it up into the grinders to be crushed. All the sugar cane is gonna be harvested manually again. So the workers gonna go out to the fields, use their machetes, chop the sugar cane sticks, load them onto this tractor here, and it's brought here to be grinded. Manually loaded on the conveyor belt again, so they're gonna pick them up. Put them
You guys really kept it.
So we have over 90
I believe
persons
this
working
is the
here.
trucks that
Yeah.
convey that bring in the
90 people.
Sugar cane.
90 people work.
90 persons.
Because
Majority
because
are
they're
out
doing
in the
everything
fields
manually.
cultivating the
At
sugar
least you
cane.
keep people in place.
Yeah,
'Cause if you're doing machines,
that's the idea.
people wouldn't have
For every
jobs.
piece of machine we buy, someone loses their job.
Yeah.
Try to create employment and keep the history of the
Exactly.
estate. Okay?
This is the engine room.
See, he told the name of it.
Yeah, so that's the name.
Fletcher and
Okay,
Company
Jim
in London.
Fletcher coming from London and then.
She was London. You know, British.
So this conveys
Guys, these drums here are the grinders. So from the conveyor belt, the sugar cane makes its way down into the grinders. As it turns, crushes it, the juice falls beneath and runs through this small track here, connected to this PVC pipe out there, and enters the boiling house.
wow.
Yeah, I remember.
This is where the juice runs.
I remember seeing it. Yeah, very small.
This is a rail, right?
Yeah, it's a rail.
To bring in the sugarcane stick.
No. The pot.
Okay.
Guys, so this here is called bagasse. This is the remains from the crushed sugarcane. The bagasse gets loaded onto a cart, pushed all the way out on the rails, dumped on the sides, left to be dried by the sun. When it is dried, it is used as fuel to power the boiling house. And as it decomposes, we take it back into the fields as manure. Even the local farmers can come with the trucks and take as many as they like. It's free.
So nothing is a wasting.
Nothing is
Because
a waste.
I was thinking, oh wow, how do you guys manage
Is
man,
the
with
train
this?
also manual? Do you push it, or is there something?
They keep it old school. That's nice. Everything is so like. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, me too.
And this one is the cane.
I
This
do
one can
want
be used as a manual.
I gotta do that.
So as I said, when the bagasse is dried, it is used as fuel to power the boiling house. This is the boiling house in there. Beneath here we have a furnace. So one guy will have his hot job of constantly feeding the furnace with the bagasse.
That's not a job I would want.
It's a very hot job.
This is to get energy, right?
They kept the same cost. Because of the debt. It's nice to see when it's working. It's cool. I know. The process is cool.
So this is the boiling house. What basically happens here is the sugarcane juice is being boiled to be concentrated. So as it boils, the water evaporates from it end product gonna be like a syrup. So the sugarcane juice makes its way through this PVC pipe there, all the way up into this concrete structure here, which is called a receiver. It is being filtered there, making sure that no pulp or bagasse gets stuck within the juice. It then enters the first copper pot on the furnace. Now there are 5 pots on top of the furnace. The pot furthest to the end gets to the hottest, gets up to 100 degrees Celsius. So imagine taking all the juice at once and putting it in the hottest spot. It will just burn or caramelize. So what we had to do was gradually heating the process up, taking it from pot to pot, hot, hotter, hottest. All done manually again.
Then the last time they worked here was on the 11th of December. Is that right?
That's crazy.
And pour.
I saw them do it too. That's a lot of work.
Very limited. That's also a hot job.
You're gonna be very in good shape.
After the juice is fully concentrated in the final pot, it gets ladled into this wooden chute here and falls into a holding tank. Then stays there and cools. Then we use a refractometer to check the sugar content. Now sugar is measured in a unit called brix, B-R-I-X. We are looking for at least 18 brix to start the fermentation process. If it's not sweet enough, then we add the molasses to it to get the brix up, right?
I'm sad that you didn't get to work in the holding tank. Because this was my favorite part of the tour. The process is so cool.
We go? Okay. Wow. Reverse one.
Best, number 1 rum on the island, Rivers.
It is.
I think I believe
My
it.
favorite. Hands down. And I've had a lot of runs.
100% organic.
She's
I'm from
from here.
I'm from this area too.
Okay.
Riverside. Okay.
Neighbors, we're neighbors, right?
Yes. Might be family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our fermentation room. Now, fermentation is a process whereby sugar is being turned into alcohol. So in the year 2002, 9 concrete tanks was constructed to replace these wooden vats. This is what the process was done many years ago. But over a period of time, it deteriorated, so we had to come up with alternatives. Each tank is capable of holding
I saw it being done this way.
400 gallons of concentrated sugarcane juice. Way more than this can hold, right? And our fermentation process is very natural. Like I said, we make organic rum here. We don't add any chemicals to it. Just let it sit there for 8 days in the open, gets its own yeast and bacteria from the atmosphere, and ferments on its own. So because of the natural process, whenever you drink our rum Rivers, you get no headaches, no hangovers. Right?
It's true. You could drink a lot of it. And with some food though, not an empty stomach. Because it's very strong.
Follow me here.
Yeah, I never had headaches. He's right. I drank that rum a lot back.
Are you saying it's healthy and it doesn't affect your liver?
I wasn't drinking that much. My brother the other day. I used to finish the bottle.
The times are huge.
So you said this was done what?
2002.
Okay, so I saw this also. Okay. This came 7 years ago.
Oh, this is tiny.
I'll let you go first.
Ew, I smell raw, man.
That's like 14% alcohol. 14, 1, 4. 1, 4, 14.
Yeah, it smells like a rum.
Give it to people, come on.
Don't fall in there.
I thought you said there was something in there.
Yeah, you not seen it?
No?
Yeah.
Oh, what was in there? I didn't see anything.
It's fermented juice. It looks very dark in color.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. So the process is cool.
This is our distillation area. So we're gonna pump 600 gallons of fermented juice into this heat exchanger here. We're boiling half at a time. So 300 gallons will be sent through this parallel pipe into the kettle. Now the kettle is sitting directly on top of a furnace. This time we're not using bagasse as fuel. We're gonna be using the wood because we need more intense heat and for a longer burning period. So as the fermented juice boils, the alcohol evaporates from it, makes its way through the top of the kettle, into the filters, back into the heat exchanger. But it doesn't mix with the other 300 gallons that is left in there. Passes through a coil and makes its way into the condenser, which is another coil 10 feet beneath a constant flow of running water. So as the hot air passes through the condenser, it cools and turns into a liquid. This liquid is the actual water. The condenser is connected to test tube downstairs. This is where we check for the percentage. We are looking for alcohol above 75%.
Wow.
No, it's strong.
Above 75%. If it's less than 75, it gets sent back up here to be really still so that it can come back strong.
No, that rum is nice. That's the real rum.
So we're gonna head downstairs.
So I have a question. So before this whole thing, this machine here, what was used before now? Because this don't look as if it was.
Same copper pots, same copper stills.
Okay.
Look, you see we have some very
Oh,
old
I see. Sure. From the time being, this what has been
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Watch on top there, we have a very old one up there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
That company is Louisville.
Yeah, it's Louisville, Kentucky. They're the ones responsible for making the copper pots, right?
And this heat you with wood.
Wood. Okay, so all of the wood that you're seeing here, we get it from the local farmers. Whenever they need their land cleared, they contact us. We go and we cut the wood for free. But of course, we get it to use, so it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any unwanted trees on your property, you can call me. I'll come cut it for you, right?
Too bad. We're in the U.S. I remember that. Remember that tree we wanted to get rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
Took forever, but finally it was there.
That was the old distillery, this the old machine that was used before this new machine.
And this too? The old one, yeah. This is old too.
Yeah. So this is the packaging area, I guess. You can tell that this is really hot. This is probably
18 or 17 now.
So this is
package.
our testing area. Looks very old school, right? So these hydrometers, the test tubes, this is what the chemist is going to use to check for the percentage. So whenever we are distilling, The rum gonna freeze up to the test tube. Gonna check for the percentage. If it's less than 75%, it's sent back up to be really still. If it's 75 or more, it gets stored into this underground tank here, which is capable of holding 540 gallons. So right now you're standing on top of the tank. These dipsticks here are used to check to see what's available in the tank, right?
And how you pay the fee? You must have.
Just like for when you're checking for.
Okay, so before 2008, the taxman, government taxman, he was the only guy who had the keys for the tank.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Before 2008?
Before 2008. Yeah.
Okay.
But right now, we are taxed on
With
each
the
bottle
measurement.
that we are sold, right?
The measurement.
Yeah.
Wow, so they were
So,
actually
like I said,
They were
anything
making money.
anything above 75% is stored in the tank. So here we have top percentages, like
which one is the highest?
83. See, it varies. Goes up to 7.
83 is very strong.
Yeah. All these different type of percentages are stored into this holding tank. But we only produce two strengths here, a 75% and a 69. But you notice it goes higher than that, right? So whenever we are bottling, we're going to use mineral water to break it down to these two desired strengths that we produce, right? From the holding tank, the rum gets pumped into blue barrels at the front. Then they are filled, poured into these igloo containers that you're seeing here, the water coolers,
Yeah.
the yellow and the blue. There's going to be a small filtration process at the top of the igloos, like a cheesecloth, making sure that no particles from the holding tank enters in. The staff going to squeeze the nipple of the igloo container and fill each bottle one by one.
No
by
way.
hand.
It's a lot of work for those who are.
How many
Who are doing
bottles
the
are
packaging?
like,
Whenever
come
we're
on.
bottling, we can bottle over 1,200 bottles by hand.
Sorry,
by hand.
1,200 to what,
1,200.
per day?
Per day?
Per day, yeah.
For one
No.
person?
That's small. though.
Multiple people.
5 guys.
But still. Nah, that job, I don't want that. I want to be a tour guide.
Someone got to do it. So they want to keep job for
Yeah.
the locals.
No, it's
If-
okay. It's
if
it's
they
better
bring
they're
in,
doing that. They're
if
doing
they
machinery.
automate the system, the
A lot of
process,
people will be out of jobs.
of course.
There are probably just like 30 people working there.
Study for medicine. It's simpler than 1,200 bottles a day.
When the machine works out.
So this is
Take a sniff. Clears up the sinus, right?
so these are the bottles.
That's a cure for COVID.
75.
You already know the smell.
No, of course.
But you
That's
make
big.
the room out of the
If
juice.
Grenada decided to put engineering and computers, they could train those people to now use the machinery. They could still keep the jobs. Because they don't do engineering.
My idea was the same.
Like it's a degree is what I'm saying. The school.
They don't get paid that much.
Yeah.
It's like what
So
you
guys, this is
got
the
paid.
two strengths that we produce. The 75%, the red label, the 69%, the blue label.
Yeah, that's the one.
Now, after 9/11, any alcohol above 70% is considered as an explosive. This is why you cannot travel with the 75%. So we had to break it down to the 69, making it airplane friendly, so that you guys can take it.
But you could travel
So,
with 2 bottles.
so the red one is consumed here locally.
It's too highly flammable, cannot travel with it, right? So
They always ask you when you're flying.
after the bottles are being filled,
How many
we
bottles
place
you
the
could
cap
travel?
on it and it's sealed by this machine
Yeah,
here,
anyways.
one by one, into boxes.
You could
So
carry
from a
around
period of 14 days or 2 weeks, you get rum in a bottle from sugarcane juice. Any questions?
How you drink it?
Huh?
How you drink it? Like
Shot it.
shot in shots?
Or you can
Really?
use fruit juice or sodas, make like a rum punch and sip on it, right?
Yeah, rum punch.
Yeah, most locals shot it, drink some water after.
But
Yeah,
local
that's what I
ways,
do.
how
So we
local
don't drink
ways
water
shots?
after.
Yeah,
What happened?
Huh?
We don't drink water after. what
Fire,
happened?
fire in the church.
Oh God.
It's strong.
So it's time we go sample some rum now, my friend.
Right there.
Let's hear that.
You could handle it. Come on. I drank so many bottles of those in my life. You could handle it. It's been a long time since I've had that run. I can over it.
It's a small shop.
Okay, because I'm over the country.
Yeah, you
Want a
don't
bigger shot than this?
Yeah, no,
You don't
no,
want to
it's
take too
okay,
much.
it's okay.
So this is it here, and then I guess that's the water.
Are you taking the right one or the blue one?
I'm gonna just take what I'm used to, which is 69.
69.
75, you should do 75.
Something kills all the bacteria.
Buy water right away.
I'm assuming this
Let
is
me
their
get
water.
Okay. Okay.
There's
yes.
water in our bag too.
So guys, we're gonna start off with the 69% first. There is ice cold water in this cooler so that you can use as a chaser. So you take it as a shot, knock it all the way back, drink some water to clear your palates, right? So you want a big shot? A small shot.
Big is fine. I'm not new to it. This is good. This is really big.
Small shot. That's enough.
Thank you. Wait, I don't know if I can take all of this. Yeah, but I need my water.
Don't sip on it, right? Just knock it all the way back.
I can't knock it all the way down. I have to sip on it.
Just see if it burns.
This is strong.
You finished yours already, but choose it.
I can't wait to finish it.
Can I get the water in the bag? Can I open this water in this bag?
69? 69%.
We are about to end the parish of St. Patrick.
No shot.
And we are getting into Andrew. We go over this bridge, and now we are in St. Andrew.
Second biggest town.
It's the biggest parish. St. Andrew. And St. George. This is where our family from. Nice one. That's where they're from, St. Andrews. Grenville.
Aber du willst nicht mehr gehen.
Alle muss noch mal schauen.
Und alle anderen kaufen alles.
Da muss man mal schauen. So einfach ist die.
Ja, und auch mal
Ich habe ja auch mal 1,4 Liter Büchsen gefunden, wo du gesagt hast, die gibt's wie die
Is it an exercise?
It's a good ship.
It's older. It's big streets.
So we now head for Grenville. Grenville is the tongue of this parish. But before we get to Grenville, I'm going to show you. We talked about it earlier. I'm going to show you where it's now located.
Oh, the Pearls?
The first airport, yes?
The first airport, Pearls.
Right.
That's the airport we left from. When we left Grenada, Pearls. Because the airport we came in didn't exist then.
It's closer to you when you guys leave.
It brings back. Every time I go there, I get emotional.
You don't grow tobacco here, right? Or you do?
We used to. You hear? We. The donkey said no. Not we, you. Because that's the noise the pigs make, right?
Grenville is your time. Grenville.
Every pig. That's where the cliche
And it's big.
came from.
Grenville, I think, is the
Every pig
Biggest
have a
town.
Saturday. That's right.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
If our family from
We are entering Grenville,
He would have given you a nice tour of there. Because that's where
the tongue of St. Andrew.
We're not stopping here other than Grenada Tour, right?
That's right. We drive through these places.
Because this market's here nice. The market's here.
That's the Grenville town,
It's somewhere within here.
better known as the second largest town
See?
in the largest parish. St. George's, though, being the capital city, Grenville is much bigger than the city of St. George's
Told you, it's a big town.
in terms of dimension, size.
So it's on the mountain, like on top of the mountain, so they have more flatlands and stuff.
Yeah, they have nice markets here. We're coming to the bank up here. Some foods. Because the family.
Remember I've been telling you guys about
They're from here, so they used to
the
always
top
hang out.
performing athletes around the world. Some of them is from Grenada. Yes? Look, a picture on your right.
This one?
That's the javelin thrower,
Oh, yeah, I've seen him.
Anderson Peters.
Yeah, I've seen his face. St. Andrew's Pharmacy.
Grenville is always a buzzing town,
I like it.
always busy,
Yeah.
even busier than St. George's.
See it.
There's some markets in here. There's a lot of life.
A lot of people come from other parts of the island and come and do a bit of a shopping here in Grenville.
Actually, want to show you. I have to go back. Let's take a
And things are not that expensive.
What you're going to see coming up right now is a lot
It's
of
expensive.
colors.
It's very expensive.
And this is the Independence Bowl right now.
Cheaper than St.
That's
George's
okay.
for sure.
Grenville, Grenville, right?
You could come up here tomorrow.
If you notice, a lot of vending happens on the island now.
Maybe about 40 minutes from
Street side vending. And you may ask why. That is one of the measures taken to curb the unemployment situation on the island. You may ask, what is the percentage of the unemployment rate right now?
Yeah,
The last time I checked,
what is it?
it was about 27% unemployment.
That's too high.
And it may seem to be high, but that has dropped immensely, though it's a little bit still high.
Has it been like that before COVID?
The road to my left continues the east, which takes us to St. David. We are not going there. The tour design takes us into the middle of the island, where we get to the rainforest. And that will be our final stop. In there, you would get to have a closer look at one of the extinct volcano that became a crater. We're going to drive into the crater.
It's big. It's huge.
Yes. I have no fear. We will not be going into the water.
That water must be deep. And isn't that water dangerous?
Have there always been traffic lights?
No. No, there was some that was installed some time ago and it didn't work properly. So these lights were recently installed, but it was already initiated by the previous government. So the new government just followed through with the process. So they were recently installed and commenced. Grenada has developed a great deal.
Yes.
We have made strides, advancement in our technology in terms of communication and functions, improved infrastructurally wise, educationally wise, even though there is much more room for improvement. We have a very good telecommunication system. We have two companies, telecommunication, Digicel and Flow. Cable and Wireless was the original holder and had the monopoly for communication, and we were under the weight and under the pressure, charging us exorbitant rates and all of that, because it was them alone. Then they opened up the monopoly, they broke the monopoly, opened up, and that is when Digicel, a next telecommunication company, came in, and now we are enjoying the benefits. They compete with each other, and we get to enjoy the moments. Special rates and this, that. When Digicel drop, Flow drop. When Digicel give promotion, Flow give promotion. So we get to enjoy all of the dramas there.
Yeah, it's a lot better than it was 10, 15
We
years
have cable TV, internet. We sit in our homes and we see the whole world from the living room. I remember January 6th in the US.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Don't remind
I
me.
sat home
Yeah, that's terrible.
and I said to my wife, I said, babes, wait, is that happening? Is that a movie or what?
A sad day.
Sad day.
All Americans were busy from war.
In the early years on the island, there
was
were
gonna start.
cinemas, you know?
Remember?
Cinemas, all that closed down. When DVD started coming in, video, then they started to have DVD players, video recorders, and then up come cable TV, and then you have all kind of movie channels now, Netflix and all of that. Oh yeah. No, my friend, Nollywood.
Yes.
We usually see the African movies, and even though I was told some of the things were, they put in some props, you know what I mean, to make it more interesting. But we see certain things, and I usually ask the question where a son marries a wife, 2-3 years, no children. The mother comes into the house
You're right about that.
and throws the lady out. Is that still going on?
In some parts, and some people still do that. Of course, because they value kids. So
I was told in certain villages still happens. Certain villages.
I won't say, but it used to. But now, because of
Yeah, it used to happen.
modernization, civilization, and all that. So,
All right,
yeah,
all right,
so
all
it's,
right.
I don't think it happens anymore. But it's now becomes a kind of
Okay.
personal thing, So
All right.
if maybe 3 years into your marriage, issue, then your mother-in-law will pick a fight.
Now, in Grenada, our mothers dare not do that. Come and try to take over the house. This is my son's house. Excuse me? Go find yours. This is mine.
Because they believe marriage should or must bear them a grandchild.
Oh, okay.
So it's their pride. It's the mother's
Yes,
pride.
I've realized that.
Among their peers. So
Yes.
they brag about it. So,
Right.
So my son-in-law, my daughter-in-law has to have a child,
Right.
you know.
Is the culture.
Yeah, it's the culture.
Well, similarly, in our education system here, there are some schools that our children would attend, and there was one particular school in St. George's known as the St. Joseph's Convent.
My mom went there.
Oh yes? And if your daughter goes to St. Joseph's Convent, it's a sort of
Prestigious.
prestigious.
Prestige.
Oh yeah? What school your daughter going to? Well, my daughter's going to Anglican High School. And what yours going to? Convent. Oh, she's going to convent. There's a kind of a, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I was able to do that.
Not even
That's sick of
in subject matters like exams, and the more subjects the child would attempt to do at the what we call CXC exams, you're deemed to be very up there, you know. So a child that does 14 subjects, and my child is just doing 5. Oh boy, just 5? Mine is doing 14.
to brag.
A brag. That's right. Bragging rights.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we were in Grenada, we would all sit the trip. So it's my mom loves that school. She always talks about it. I told us.
Well, I have 2 daughters. I have 2 daughters.
It's clear.
And you know what? You know what I have behind my door, buddy?
A machete.
2 shotguns, a shovel, and a rocket launcher.
Yeah, machete. Don't mess with his daughters.
Yeah, and if you want to have a little machete in the corner there, you know, that's bad. That's not bad. I'm just kidding, eh? Just So now we're heading for the rainforest. Grand Etang. Etang.
This mountain over there.
Grand Etang.
In
Tom?
this mountain. Yeah, no, in that.
Grand
That's why I
Etang.
can see any city around.
Big point, that's right. And it is in reference to the lake. Yeah.
Mountains in Grenada.
So my mountain. I think I can drive there. So much walk.
Now, in there, we have the Mona monkey from Africa.
Yep.
And we have a thing called the monkey business. The monkey business. What do I mean by that? That's where the monkeys are trained, and they are well trained to pose for bananas, and you feed them the bananas, and they come on you, and they, oh yeah, the guys, they are trained. It's not everyone that wants to be part of the monkey business. So when we get there, once you see them there, and if anyone is interested in being part of the monkey business, that's fine. If not, that is also fine. I understand the whole dynamics. We are going to get to the highest motoring point on the island.
It's true.
Coming up.
So it's in St. Andrew. That's why it's the
1910,
would have been the biggest.
1,910 feet
It's the biggest.
above sea level.
Not bigger in terms of population and
Yeah.
settlement.
He said 1910.
I think it was real.
No, it said 1910. Something about. Can you say that again? Something about sea level.
Sorry?
He said something about 1910.
The highest motoring point on the island. We are about to ascend to that height.
So this is way more above the sea level.
1,910 feet.
Wow.
It's 582 meters. And the journey
you cannot get flooded.
begins right here and now. The road is winding up or meandering up. So you can understand where Lewis Hamilton gets all his skills from.
Pretty much. So he sounds like Honda's, but Detroit's right. It's interesting. That's what we've seen.
It explains his origin. This is French name.
Yeah. Louis. That's my middle name.
So much.
Yeah.
Louis?
Yes, that's my middle name.
That's my nephew's middle name too.
That's your nephew's name?
His middle name.
His middle name too?
His first name is Mackay.
How? What's his first name?
Mackay.
Mackay.
My mom wanted my brother to name him Michael though. I'm not joking. You guys would have had the same thing. My mom wanted a Michael in the family. Still wants a Michael. She wanted Anthony in the neighbors. The last son Michael that he did. Slightly chose Isaiah. I think she wanted Natasha to name Noah John. Oh my. She likes Michael. He's like
David is the mom that it. Small.
I don't know. I thought they always were talking. Did he say that?
One of them.
St. Patrick's is St. Andrew's is Grenada. St. George is
St. George. St. George.
I think it's
Yes.
St. John. I don't know what the town is. Is it Victoria or is it Grove? One of them is Grove.
Mark. One is St. John.
Do you guys in France,
And Mark, I think.
do
is
you
Grove.
have
I think Mark is Grove.
you guys have the pants under the bottom pandemic too? The pants under the bottom pandemic.
That's a joke, right?
The young men wearing the pants under the buttocks.
Oh.
Do you have it in France?
I think they took that from the U.S.
From the US.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's like U.S.
They do.
Probably not if I did.
Anywhere they have hip hop, they have it.
They took that from the U.S.
Is that hip hop in France?
That's prison culture.
Of course.
Because they don't have
Every-
belts.
Oh, definitely. That's prison culture.
That's actually where it comes from.
That's prison culture. She's right.
Hip-hop.
Yeah, she is right.
That's prison culture.
It's a prison culture.
They had no clue where that came from, and they had to prison culture.
Because they has no belt.
Because in the prison, they would take a belt from you,
Yeah.
and the pants would be falling.
Because all those things are considered a weapon.
That's where that came from, prison.
But most of them don't even know that. They're just doing it.
They don't even know where that came from.
Yeah, they're doing it as a fashion.
It's just like a style.
That means the first person who did that came out of the prison and he wore his jeans without a belt.
Possibly, I don't know.
In some quarters,
Some quarters, but very few.
very few. Well, good for you guys.
Normally it's beltable.
A belt, okay. And you know what the guys are doing now? They are buying the jeans and the pants extra small.
That one I hate.
So when they pull it up, you can't go up very high up. Yeah. I call it the pants under the buttocks pandemic. When they're running from the police, they can't run. My friends, we are just about getting into the forest reserve, the Grenada Tour. And this is owned by the state.
This is a
It covers approximately 2,000 to 4,000 acres of land. And it was literally destroyed by Hurricane Ivan. Just about everything is back on its own.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. This provides a lot of resources.
Why was
The recovery from Ivan was not a delayed recovery. We got a lot of help coming to us from several countries around the world. Not forgetting our Caribbean neighbors.
St. Vincent?
Though, that's right.
So no St. Vincent.
A matter of fact,
Grenada Tour.
St. Vincent played a pivotal role in feeding us with our provisions, because all our breadfruit and everything was gone.
They had disaster recently in Grenada.
Trinidad played also a pivotal role. US, England, Canada, and the other big countries.
Australia?
Even Germany. I met a gentleman some years ago. He came on a ship, and I was doing the tour with him. And he said, Michael, my company in Germany heard of your guys' plight, came in and dropped a generator at the airport in the south there. He said they touched down, dropped off the generator and left. Why? There was no power on the island, nothing to see on the runway. So they came in, dropped the generator, and left. All the way from Germany. There are a lot of people, a lot of us, if we hear heavy wind blowing, it's still in the psyche. A level of concern comes along again. My friend, the God Teton, Lake Teton. Oh, okay, there is nobody here today. Right now we are driving into the crater. Well, a matter of fact, there are no. Oh, there is the monkey. Is anybody interested in the monkey business? Yes? You are? Okay. Anybody wants him on? That looks like a no.
Carefully.
No, that's the Mona, and that's what they. No, that's the biggest they're gonna get, eh? Yes, and that species is unique only to Grenada.
Das sind eigentlich Lemuren.
Yeah.
the elevation here? I want some. Because the elevation.
I'm just sucking for the rub. I need to
You need them? No, well, up in there. Okay, so today is a little day. Good. There's some mongoose.
So mangoes.
Yeah. You know what happened? Who introduced the mongoose to Grenada didn't do a good job. The mongoose was brought in to take care of the rats and
Comes
so
from India.
on the plantations. But you know what happened? The mongoose move in the day, the rats move in the night.
Mangoes come from India.
Oh, and they were never formally introduced to each other. So the mongoose never saw the rat never saw the mongoose. because the time of function is different. They live in two different worlds.
It's different. It is something different. Yeah, it looks different. Oh yeah, it looks a lot different.
They were placed
Oh,
here to
goldfish.
take care of the algae. Now, whenever we hear, they're very sensitive. They know that we are here, so they look for goodies, right? Wow. So we have the koi, we have the swordtail, we have the guppies.
Do they allow fishing here?
Fishing? Theoretically, no. In literal life, people still come and catch the fish here. Now, originally, they were not in this lake. Originally. They were brought here to take care of the algae.
What is this, love?
This is our water reserve.
Oh no, fish. What kind of fish is it?
That's the koi, the swordtail, and the guppies.
Oh wow. It's a lot of them though.
So they are not fishing there.
During heavy rainfall, the water level rises, but it does not depend on the rain because the water comes from below. It's a spring. So it comes up it's constantly here. As of the center of it, it's about 28 meters in its depth. It's about a little over 100 feet. Now, remember the one I showed you up at the top there?
Do people swim in there?
No, no swimming is allowed.
Because the water is.
It's a water reserve.
Okay, water is.
All right. There is no life here anymore. It's extinct. It has an extinction age of about 12 to 15,000 years.
But you guys brought these fishes in here.
Yes. So,
These were brought in here for the algae,
Yes,
right?
yeah, correct.
Brought on their own, no life to be created.
Yeah, big coins. That's right.
They're just free.
Yeah.
And how long do they last? Do some of them die off or whatever?
Well, some of them do,
Yeah.
but they keep hatching. So
Yeah.
no, there are thousands of these fishes here. That is a small little faction you see here.
Yeah.
They are all over the lake.
Yeah.
they're probably in their million now. Because
Yeah,
no
but
fish
I
to get.
won't be surprised. Now, notice something though. Something is happening here. The grass is growing in on the lake.
Yeah.
Now it go way back to the border.
Yeah.
So it is getting smaller and smaller as the grass covers it. Now, I would say if nothing has been done in the next, I would say 5 years,
It will disappear.
the entire water will be covered. So the authorities have to move quickly to solve that problem. There was a machine that they brought in here, but it didn't work that well. So I don't know what is the plans they have now. No, there are trails.
Because it was a lot bigger than
Yeah. Oh, but of
a
course.
lot bigger.
No, there are the lake trail. You can go right around the lake.
But is there another entrance to this place? I never came in from this way before.
No?
It looks
Well, that's the main entrance there.
even the other ladies.
No, there are little trails from the other side up on top. It was one of the largest of the eruptions of the island, the volcanoes when the island was formed. We have two others up north, Lake Antoine and Liver. I'll show you Antoine.
Yes.
Good. This one will be considered the bigger of the
And it's cooler here.
and elevation.
I never came down this way.
Right. So right now we are about 1,700 feet above sea level.
Wow.
The coolest part on the island,
It's here.
regardless of the time of the year you come here, it's like this. Well, and the Christmas time it gets a little
Yeah, will
cooler.
be very low.
Not colder, but cooler.
I thought it would be better. No? Look.
No, oxygen level. will be very
So if you go and take your pictures and take your selfies and
Go
take your
up
group
there in the
shots.
Do you want to take a picture?
Up there, that's a mountain of ices. Okay. Anybody have to do washroom breaks?
Look at one of the monkeys.
Because after we leave
Did you see
here,
that?
we head back.
Give us a
I'm interested in
Where?
both
Okay. Oh.
spices and mushrooms.
Okay, so we're gonna drive up to the top. Okay. So the top is where you was.
Yeah, I never came out here.
Yeah.
And I think that other
Will we drive by Bells?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or you drop off them.
Yeah.
No problem.
Just probably 1 hour still.
yeah, but it's
All right.
They try to trick me. I don't know what it is, though. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, she don't realize you got your people she's talking to? Yeah, I understand.
Okay, there's a lookout. Yeah, you can look out and see Grenville.
Flash, hello, boy.
Is he calling the monkeys? Let's wait to see if the monkeys will come. It's calling them to come and have So Hurricane Ivan created this. Even those trees are still like, wow, but it's long time ago. So this was caused by the Hurricane Ivan.
Yeah, these are covered with trees.
And those trees were all gone. But even since then, they've not even grown.
Oh, babe, it takes a long time for a tree to grow.
Wow.
Grenada has way more trees. Hurricane Ivan took off, I think, I don't know if it was half of the trees. It's a lot more trees here than that. Yeah, but the trees bring a lot of life, so. And breeze, that's why.
Some of them must have grown, though. Those ones in the front.
Probably. Oh, they're taking it.
Correct. It is a rainbow eucalyptus.
Wow. This is unique, though.
It is. I love
A unique species.
You took a picture of it?
Is it the only one they have? Yeah.
Can't hear you.
A unique species of tree.
Is it the only one they have?
As far as I know, there are only 3.
Okay.
There's one at the top where we just came from, one here, and there's one in the south in the yard of one of the hotels, Radisson. If there's another one, anywhere else, I've not yet seen it. Yep.
So you need one here and then Madison.
So you need.
I mean, it's part of your thing.
And destroyed trees in the rainforest.
That's different. It's more green. I have pictures of this been here 30 years ago. When my parents were living. That's new.
The village that have a Spanish name, Boca, mouth of the rainforest. That's a school, that building down there's a school, the Boca village.
They're not safe. I saw Grenada citizenship and investment on the signboard.
Oops, sorry. Some park in a bad place. Yep, that's a bad place at Person Park.
Yeah, there's so much traffic on the top to the park.
In the traffic flow. This is a former British name street, Tyrrell. It's now H.A. Bless, named after one of our prime ministers, Herbert Augustus Bless.
Can I get off here?
Okay,
Because I live here actually. We chose
okay.
this house.
So you want to get off here?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I think
not a
it's
problem.
It's